Not on fire. Okay. We're going to try this and see how it goes. Christmas music. So, we're playing Call of Cthulhu. Christmas in Kingsport. Woo! We have Ashton and Collin here today. So, first off, let's go ahead and describe your character. We'll start with you, Ashton.
All right.
Whatever you want to share. What's her name first?
Gertrude or Gerdi.
Right.
She's age 11, female, from Dunwich.
Mm-hmm.
She has very pale skin and platinum blonde hair with piercing blue eyes.
Yep.
She's a delightful little child.
She's a delightful little child. Is there anything unusual about her that she carries? I mean, like, that other kids know about? Or does she just have that one main item, doesn't she? Yeah, no one really probably knows about that child. Yeah.
No, she probably showed it to them. Okay. Not the adults. The adults will take them away.
Right. So they're little... What kind of coin? Or does it say what kind of metal they're made out of? Mm-hmm. Okay, they're probably gold.
Okay.
Or maybe tarnished. Something, some kind of metal. So she has some weird coins that she always carries, Collin. Who are you playing?
I'm playing Gordon Brewster. He's a farmer's kid from Dunwich. He's 12 years old, and he makes extra money for his family by cutting firewood with the neighbors.
Okay.
My description,
nice.
Like,
right. You get to add in anything else that you want. These pre-gens are pretty loose. And he carries an axe all the time around Dunwich.
Yeah.
But as we discussed, his parents are like, we're not bringing your axe with you to Arkham. And so you snuck it along, right? It's in your bottom of your suitcase.
Stuffed if I don't. Be stuffed if I don't.
Be stuffed. So you brought it along secretly.
Shove that thing in the bottom of the suitcase and you're going on.
And you're off. You would have taken the bus or the train from Dunwich. But same with you. Your families probably came separately because you're just cousins.
Yeah.
Related by blood, but still just cousins. So here's the rather long introduction. Are you ready for this?
I'm going to go to the bathroom first.
So you need to go to the bathroom? All right. Snow has fallen over the seaport town of Kingsport. Its winding streets covered with ribbons of white. Smoke rises from the chimney and smells of chestnuts, cookies, and roast goose fill the air, and once again the family was gathering. The cousins found themselves together again in the home of Great Aunt Norma. Tonight was Christmas Eve, but none of you were really excited. Christmas in Kingsport meant only one thing to the 6 cousins, and that was boredom. And here are your other cousins. You've got Donald Sutton, who's from Kingsport and a bit of an artist. Edward Derby, who is from Arkham, and he's kind of a little brain. George Whedon, who is a tough kid. He always likes to carry his baseball bat around. And Alice Sanders from Innsmouth. George is also from Arkham. Alice Sanders from Innsmouth, the oldest of you, I believe, at 13. Her and George. How old are you? You're both 11?
He's 12.
I'm 12.
11 and 12. Okay. And she's kind of, you know that Alice carries a switchblade? It was given to her by a cousin or something. At some point. Yes. Aunt Norma had been a widow for longer than any of you had been alive. Well into her later years, Aunt Norma was very rich and set in her ways. In her house, the old saying that children should be seen and not heard was strictly enforced. The family gatherings she hosted in the massive Georgian mansion her husband left her were always dull affairs. Her idea of a party was sitting around talking with the family, children quietly sitting nearby in their most uncomfortable clothing. Yay! This would be followed by a rather formal dinner sitting in the hardest chairs anyone ever made. And next would be a long midnight mass at the Congregational Church in Kingsport, an ordeal in and of itself. Christmas morning would have none of the fantastic gift opening at first light, as old Norma liked to sleep well past 10. Yes, there was nothing like Christmas in Kingsport. As you arrive at the old mansion on Plum Street on the west side of Kingsport, which, just for you guys' reference, Plum Street is here, and Aunt Norma's house is that one right there. On a corner.
Every year we spend Christmas here?
Yes. Okay. And now that you're getting older, that you're almost teens, it's worse. Because before you were just very small. And so you know the house. You've been in it's a giant house. It holds all your families comfortably. All of you have rooms you share with other children. in the house that are comfortable. I mean, it's a big freaking house. She's rich. Your smiles are forced as you greet your Great Aunt Norma. There she is. Yes, exactly. She's a frightening woman. But suddenly, the holiday gloom that gripped all of you melts away. With a cry, "Where are my little cousins?" The magic of Christmas falls upon you. It's Cousin Melba. There she is.
Aww.
Throwing her arms around you and pressing firm kisses to your cheeks. This changes everything. You know, Melba's 19, so she's 6 years older than the oldest of you. She's babysat each of you on many occasions. You all have fond memories of her telling stories, playing hide and seek, bringing joy to the dull Kingsport gatherings. Time with her is always fun. She lives with Great Aunt Norma, and she's kind of a black sheep of the family. She has studied art, she learned to drive, and she got a job working as a telephone operator, all over the objection of her guardian. The whole family kind of views her as odd. She's too much of a dreamer with her head in the clouds, but for the 6 children, the 6 cousins, she is perfect. When she comes rushing forward, some of the family openly gasp when they see that her long hair, she used to have long flowing hair, it's gone. She's cut it very short, barely covering her ears. After she greets you, she sneaks all of you off to the side. "Don't worry, I'm busting us out of here. I can't stand these things, and I'm sure you can't either. Go ask your parents if they'll let you come out with me. There's a great hill nearby, and I know where we can get sleds. Oh, we're going to be late for dinner, too. I know this great cafe we can go to, and I just got paid, so it's my treat. We'll do some caroling on the way back here, and then bake some Christmas cookies. And if you're all really good, I've got a special surprise planned for tonight. I'm throwing a party, a secret one, and you can all come. How's that sound?" Sounds like this Christmas is going to be a special one. Okay, so there you go. That's meeting Melba, and she's told you to go get permission from your parents so you can go with us. What do you do? What do you do? Collin, what do you do?
Yeah.
I'll make you start.
I want to do this.
What do you want to do?
I actually want to go along with this. Yeah, I want out of here.
Yeah, everybody does.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Get your nice clothes on.
She's like an 80-year smoker.
No, she probably has a deep voice, though. She's probably kind of talks like this.
Oh.
That's really bad.
Oh,
But
she's not like Maz from, what was the monster's name?
No. I've used that voice for other characters, though. But she's a grumpy old lady. She's probably, I don't think it even says, it doesn't say how old she is, but I'm guessing she's in her 60s.
Yeah, I'm going to go ask my...
Okay.
Which one of my parents is more agreeable? Like, is my mother or my father? Like, who would be the one that would most likely
make a luck check.
Like,
First, we'll see if either one of them is very agreeable. Your dad saw you at that whole deal, so he's probably not gonna. You made it. Okay. Either one of them is probably going to be pretty agreeable. What you're going to need is either a fast talk or a persuade roll. Yeah. We'll start with some rolls. Are they terrible?
Yes, both of them are awful.
Okay,
Persuade's better, but
make a roll on persuade. See if you can talk them in, or role play with me and see if you can get permission. They're busy right now. They're like unpacking. So you find them in their room because all the parents have their own rooms. Are you ready to try?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, let me try to.
Okay. Yeah, what is it, boy? Have you unpacked?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
That's good. You got to put on your good clothes.
Yeah.
I know they itch, but you got to put them on.
Since we were on the train so long, can I go and play with the others outside? I mean, it's been such a long train ride. I mean, I'm not used to such cramped conditions. I mean, living on the farm.
Yeah, all right. Get it out of your system right now. But make sure you're back here before. Just go outside. Don't go very far, because you know Aunt Norma's going to have supper ready for us in a couple hours.
Yes, sir.
All right. Be good.
Run downstairs.
You get a pat on your head from your mother. All right. Yeah,
tosses my hair. Stop it, Mom.
Yes, there you go.
Mom.
You know.
Okay.
Your parents are also very rural. What do you want to say to them? Don't steal Collin's idea. It was a good one, though, actually.
I'm trying to decide if my character would be the annoying type or like the like sweet talker type.
Oh damn. Well, up to you. Alice fast talked her folks. So she actually made the roll. George has shitty fucking everything. Persuade did not work. Okay, so what do you want to try? How do you want to approach? Who do you want to approach and how? Oh, do me a luck check. Let's see if your parents are agreeable or if they're kind of strict. If you make the luck, then they're fairly agreeable. You made it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love you.
Of course, I'm my dad.
I know. You're struggling sometimes, but they love you.
Yeah.
Angel.
What's the plan, Ashton?
Do they like Cousin Melba?
Everybody likes Cousin Melba. Well, she's a black sheep.
Yeah.
Odd.
Yeah, she's kind of an oddball. We're not supposed to. Your mom is a housewife. She works in the house. Your dad probably farms, kind of like his. So very old-fashioned, old-school people.
Yeah.
So they probably don't dislike her.
They might not find her a good role model.
They might not, right. You've already got some issues, so...
Yeah. I'm already the odd one.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to say? Huh?
No,
You got this, Ashton.
I got this. Mom. Yeah.
Give it a little cutesy thing.
Just be cute. Just bat those lines. Just be like sassy cute. Just
Yeah. No, that's what they do.
Okay, so
well, that would have worked.
what do you say to him?
Mom, can I please go play outside?
Well, I suppose. For 20 minutes. Be good. Don't get too dirty. And then you have to change. I bought that dress just for tonight. It's terrible. It's a hideous dress. It's green and red. And it's got little hanging dinglies. And it's really tight. And it's uncomfortable. And you can't sit down in it because you show off your underwear. And it's just awful. I hate it. Don't get too dirty. No roughhousing.
Okay, Mom.
What?
My notes are... But it's not my fault because I agreed with her.
Good God. 60% persuaded. This kid's persuasive.
I know.
He has no problem getting his mom to let him go.
That was Edward, right?
Yeah, Edward Gerdi.
Yeah. That's what I thought about him.
Fast talk. Artist can't go. These two, Melba actually intercedes. You spot George is trying to get his parents to let him go, and that's not working. And then Melba comes up and says, the children are such a handful right now, and I just want to get them out of your hair for a little while. You saw this, Collin. You saw George get basically talked in, and damn, she didn't make it for Donald. You saw Donald and Melba try to intercede, and Donald's parents were strict, and they're like, nope, he needs to get into his clothes, and we're going to go downstairs, and we're going to visit with Aunt Norma. That's his dad. And Donald's all pouting, and they won't listen to Melba, and she's like, all right. And then she takes Donald aside. You see this, Ashton, or Gerdi, and she says, sneak out the back door and meet us on the corner, like that. And he's all like, yeah, and then he takes off. And so the five of you who actually have gotten permission from the parents meet. You go out, you're all dressed up, you bundle up in all your winter clothes, you go outside, there's snow on the ground, it's very pretty. It's early in the day. And you walk up you just walk down to the corner, and there is Donald. He's waiting for you. He's like, yeah, let's go, come on, let's go. He looks really nervous, keeps looking back at the house. And there you are. She walks you across town for about a mile into the Central Hill neighborhood. So you guys started on Plum Street, around there. She walks you up Division Street and Carter Street. She takes you this way, it's the closest. And then over to High Street. And up here you can see the hill with the Congregational Hospital, the graveyard just off of that, and you can hear the shouts of children. The streets are steep towards towards that area, sometimes becoming stairways. And she says, "We're going to the house of my friend Sir Lucas." And on the corner of High Street and Burke Street, near the top of the hill, she knocks on the door, and a man enters. Now, you guys don't really know his last name. It's not probably even going to ever get mentioned. But he seems very happy to see Melba, and he seems very happy to see the children. He says, come in for cookies. And Melba says, what we really need are some sleds. Do you have some we could borrow, Sir Lucas? And then he just smiles, and he reaches in, he turns, and he fiddles, and he has a key in his hand and tosses it to her. And he says, help yourself to anything you need. And she thanks him. And then she stops and she says, "You'll be at my party later, right?" And he goes, "On my honor, my lady, I would not miss it for the world, my lady." And so he seems very excited about that. And then he closes the door as you guys walk around the side of the house to a garage. She opens up the garage, and there's all kinds of child-related gear. There's bikes, toys, wagons. You find 5 sleds and a 2-person bobsled. You can each make me a spot hidden.
I'm too distracted with all the things.
I actually made it.
You spot several candles. They're scraped up, and you realize that if you wax the skis on the sleds, they'll go faster.
Oh.
So check off spot hidden, and then what you do about that is up to you.
So it's what now? Just run that by me.
They're old wax candles. They're all scraped up on the side, where people have basically scraped them. When you scrape them on the bottom of the runners of sleds, it makes them go faster.
Oh, yeah, it makes just some traction.
Mm-hmm. So you spot those. They're in there. It looks like they've been used for this before because of the way they're scraped up.
Yeah. Well, that looks like fun. We gotta do that.
Okay, so you grab the candles and you start working on them, and some of the other boys are like, "Yeah!" And they grab the candles too, and they're all, "All right, mine's going to be the fastest. No, mine is." Once you get all the stuff gathered up, you head out. Melba leads you up Central Hill, and along High Street over by the cemetery. There's a hill here, and a bunch of kids are just going straight down the hill on sleds. There's not a lot of car traffic in this part of Kingsport. A lot of narrow streets and that kind of stuff. There you go. These guys sled for several hours.
Several hours.
Yeah, hey, you're kids.
See you back in 20 minutes. 20.
Hey, I agreed, so it's not my fault.
Times 10.
It's because of Melba's fault now.
Don't forget these.
I thought we were only going to be out for 20 minutes.
Nobody said 20 minutes.
No, she
said, "Oh yeah, they might be a little upset. You'll be fine. That's for later."
They just said to come back in soon. They didn't say how soon was.
You were told 20 minutes, weren't you? Yeah. That's okay.
My parents told me to be back.
It's only been a few minutes. You're fine. It's only been a couple minutes. You're fine. If any of you wanted to race each other on the sleds, we can do Dex × 3 checks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Who do you want to race? Don't forget, you got these boys here, too.
Cordy, race me.
George.
Cordy, race me.
George is the best. He's very athletic. Are you two going to race at one point?
I'll race her, but if I want to race George.
Okay. You can do both. I mean, you're going to be there for hours.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's Dex × 3. Whoever rolls higher while still being under your Dex × 3 is the winner. What now? I think those are actually...
Oh, yeah.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 6.
6? What'd you get?
38 out of 36.
I rolled a 6 out of 33.
Alright, so Gerdi beat Gerdi.
Yeah.
I've got to give her a pat. Walk over and challenge George.
Melba jokes that the hospital's at the top of the hill. Just make a right and go a block in case any of you break your necks.
I was
and then she's off
because I saw something else.
Discovery.
Saw something.
Okay, let's see. You want to go against George, right? Let's see. What's George's dex? Oh, okay. × 3 is, he doesn't have the best dex.
I'm going to get you, George.
No way, I'm the best! Oh god, he failed so bad.
I made it.
Did you really? Damn! Okay, Gordy's really going. Rematch. Okay. You guys have fun doing that for quite some time. Melba's brought the toboggan, and she is having different ones of you ride with her when you want to ride. She's like switching off her, and everybody wants to ride with Melba, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's the prettiest, and she's so much fun. She is pretty good. You guys are having a blast. You're out there you don't realize the time, but it is around 2 p.m. That's like 3 or 4, that's about 3 hours out here playing. You're all cold and exhausted. And that's when Melba says, okay, keep that enough. Let's take the sleds back. And you take the sleds back to Sir Lucas's garage and put them back where you found them. And she locks the garage back up and goes to the front door and gives him back his key. And then she's like, come on, we're off. And you walk back up the hill to where you were, to the Congregational Hospital, where one of the trolley stops is. And you wait for the trolley. It's an electric trolley that runs through town.
Have I ever seen anything like that before?
Yeah, because you've been to before. Yeah. It's pretty common. I'm gonna say it's a single truck trolley, so it's just got one set of wheels underneath. It's a pretty small one. Runs on the electricity. The motorman appears to be a dour-faced man, but he instantly brightens up when he sees Melba and gives her a big smile. He's dressed in a company uniform. We'll turn this like this. There he is. He's dressed in the company uniform and looks like he's about 30. He's very friendly when he sees her, and he asks each one of you what your names are and what do you want for Christmas. Oh. What do you want for Christmas?
What do the others want for Christmas while I'm thinking of that?
Let's
see what they want.
I don't know. Okay. Donald wants art supplies and more sketch pads and art supplies. George wants a football. He's into baseball, but he's starting to get interested in football. Edward actually would like a Latin translating dictionary. Well, he already speaks some Latin, actually, you think, from what you know. And Alice wants the newest the newest dime novel from a certain author of the time, another romance novel she wants. Because you know the one she's been reading, she just reads it over and over and over. It's the only one she has. Because all your families are lower middle to, or upper lower class to lower middle class. So they're not real, and that's one of the reasons why everybody is probably sucking up to Aunt Norma all the time, is because they're hoping for inheritance when she finally dies, because she's rich. And all your families could use money. What do you want? How about you, buddy? Have you thought what you want yet?
Yeah, I want a cleaning kit for my squirrel gun.
You have a kit?
Yes,
rifle. That sounds great. I'm sure you'll get it. What's your name, little girl?
Gerdi.
What do you want?
I want a tiny shovel.
A tiny shovel? Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Okay.
I love digging.
Oh, okay. Digging's fun. She introduced him.
Not like an adult shovel. I want a kid shovel.
Yeah. She introduced him as the General, a dear friend. That's all she introduces him as, the General. Then she pays him the coins that it takes for the trolley. And as you all take your seats, the two of them whisper to one another. You can each make a listen check if you want to hear what she had to say. The NPC cousins aren't even going to try. They're too busy enjoying the trolley ride. No, okay. They whisper something to each other, and then
come on, trolley. I never ride on these things.
I'll give the other cousins a chance so you guys can potentially get this information. If anyone
I was hearing whispers.
No.
You're looking at
again.
It's the voices again. Oh my God.
Edward heard, actually.
Gerdi, that's just the friend.
No, only Edward. Edward's the only one that heard. He's like,
Johnny.
Did you hear that?
Seems like a Justice Class.
Yeah, he does. Did you hear that? Yeah, what they were saying. That's after Melba turned down. She's talking with Alice about something. Well, he whispers to you two.
What?
The General asked for travelers, and Melba said, "No, not yet."
I'm a traveler.
And he said, "Not yet." And she said, "I'm bringing them to the party later." I can't wait for the party. Think there'll be sweets?
Yeah.
That's Edward again. He starts having a conversation with you.
I'm a traveler.
You guys are on the Yeah, Edward kind of ignored it. He doesn't pay much attention to the girls. You're up here on Central Hill, and the trolley winds its way around till you get down to the shore down in this area of town, down the seaside. And that's when she hustles you off the trolley, when it makes a stop there on South Shore. And you walk along to a small eatery called the White Pier Cafe. And she says, I'm starved. Something always makes me hungry. And then she leads you inside. And this is it's a small eatery and coffee shop. It's right on the shore. There is a long curved counter and a few booths. And there's an outside deck. You're not sitting out there. It's too cold. And she leads you to one of the booths. There's not a lot of people in here. Like I said, it's 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. She greets most of the customers and the employees by name. And let's see how much time we got. 25 minutes. We're doing okay. Some of the patrons are discussing art. Others are discussing literature. They're sipping coffee. Melba orders all of you soft drinks, soup, and sandwiches with sides of chips and a pickle. She orders herself a bowl of soup and coffee. Yeah, you gave her the pickle. Okay. Do you like pickles?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So Alice gives you her pickle, too. Ew.
I would ask if I've had pickles, but then again, like, that's
you probably have had tons of pickles. You guys have.
In my life.
Yeah, your mom has probably got. She probably has tons. Preserves are probably. Yeah,
she cans like crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely. The food's good. The servings are big. You guys get stuffed. She says chocolate cake sandwich for dessert. The waitress is a lovely dark-haired woman of about 23. Melba introduces her as Gypsy. That's her.
Flapper hairdo.
Huh?
She's got that flapper hairdo.
Yep, she definitely does. Actually, the picture of her that I found online, actually, she is in a waitress outfit. She had one of those little coin change things on her, in front of her apron.
Oh, you have coins too.
She says, yes, I do. I have to have coins to give out change. Do you have coins?
Yeah, there's a coin here.
Can I see? Oh, that's pretty. Where did you find this? Wow. I've never seen a coin like that before. And then she hands it back to you. And you just don't answer. Just look and smile.
Just a blank smile.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
She and then Melba at one point steps away with Gypsy, and the two of them hold a whisper for like they whisper and talk amongst themselves for about a minute, so you guys can make another listen check. I hope one of you makes it, so I can check for all these guys. Yeah, someone didn't make it.
Super oblivious.
Man, this food is so good. So many pickles.
I'm not used to sandwiches and stuff like that.
Let's see, one of these guys listens. We'll do that. She failed.
Pickles, I'm just used to canned food.
Fuck, Edward's a little eavesdropper, dude. You heard it again. He's all like, fixes his glasses.
What?
70, George didn't make
He
it.
like zoomed in.
18% for... Oh, Donald overheard this one too, so... And you noticed that. The children that are paying attention as opposed to the children who are just eating. Melba says, he asks Gypsy, will you be performing later? And Gypsy says, at your house? And Melba nods, yes. And then Gypsy goes, I'd love to. I've never missed one of the White Maidens' parties. And then the two of them hug. That's the gist of the interesting part of the conversation. And then Melba comes back over and she orders everybody a big slice of chocolate cake for dessert.
Can I get my hair cut like yours, Cousin Melba?
She puts her hand to her chest and you see her look all... And she just gives you a big hug.
Aww.
She says, you'll have to ask your mommy. You guys spend a couple more hours there eating and relaxing. And it's nice and warm and toasty. And it's about 4:30 p.m. It's starting to get dark when she takes you guys out to catch the trolley. It's a different driver this time. And you head back over towards the west side. When you get several blocks from Aunt Melba's house, Aunt Norma's house actually, when the ferry's down here, she goes ahead and has you all get off. And she says, she goes, you moochers tapped out my berries. And which y'all know from 20 slang means that you took all our money. This all cost her all her money. So she says, I know we can make some quick cash on the rest of the way home. How are y'all at singing? Okay, art singing is going to be 5%. Everybody will be at 5%. Yep. She says, come on, we're going to go sing some Christmas carols. Don't roll yet. What she's going to do is, she's going to stop at, let's see, how many? She stops in the front yard of some of the houses, and she has some skill. What's her singing? Oh, she has a little bit too.
Doesn't matter how good I am at singing, I think I'm great.
Yeah, you think you're great. So roll me the 5%, and we're gonna just you two and Melba. These kids can't sing either, so I'm not even gonna bother rolling for them. But
can't carry a tune in a bucket.
okay. So the first house, no luck. People open the door, but they, oh, thank you, and they just close the door. It didn't sound great.
That's nice.
So yeah, she's gonna stop at 6 houses on the way back. So 5 more rolls. So doing the second house, she did not make it.
No.
Oh,
Did you make it?
Crit fail.
Did you crit fail? You were so good the first time. You were really loud this time.
Yeah.
It was terribly off key. Okay, so house number 3, let's try.
No.
She didn't make it either. She has a halfway decent chance. 4th house. All right, Melba got it that time.
No.
At the fourth house, residents actually come outside to listen to y'all sing. Melba sounds just like she was warming up the first 3 houses. They throw some coins at you. They give you candy canes. You get candy canes. Gingerbread men. And that kind of thing. So, well, the first house was candy canes. So that was house number 3, right? So let's try house number 4. Melba got that one too. This is
No.
5% is hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. House number 4, you get some gingerbread men and some more money. She makes sure to get the money from all of you, and she's been spending all her cash. House number 5, Melba did not make it. Alright, and let's do house number 6. Melba made it again, okay.
Nope.
House number 6 actually comes out and gives y'all hot cocoa. So, and more coins. Gives you some money too, some little coins for everybody.
These aren't special coins, though.
No. Okay, you say that. I thought you were talking out of character. Yeah, you're happy to hand them over to
Yeah. I need that new shovel so I can buy more coins.
She takes the money from everybody to kind of pay her back. It's probably a fraction of the money she spent on y'all today. And once you get back to the mansion, your parents are so angry. I told you to only be going for a little.
I'm getting a whooping.
You're not getting a whipping because that might put you in a mood to where you're going to be all not a good child for Aunt Norma. So, but you were told to get in your formal clothes right now.
Yes, sir.
You hear Aunt Norma is giving Melba a stern talking to about missing the holiday dinner and keeping your cousins out so long. And Norma, you hear say, "We just lost track of time." Melba says, "We just lost track of time, Aunt Norma. It won't happen again. You missed dinner. Yay! Dinner's awful. I mean, the food is great, but the hard chairs and everything."
Tight, itchy clothes.
You get in a tight, itchy clothes, but they are dry. I mean, you're soaked pretty much through the skin between sweating from all the sledding and then being in the hot diner, still wearing like long underwear and stuff. So you get into clean, dry clothes. Melba gathers you all together and takes you into the kitchen. She's like, "Come on, you're not gonna sit out here and be bored like you always are every year." And that's when you start baking cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Cookies. Christmas cookies.
Don't fall Cookie Monster.
Right. You make cookies shaped like trees, snowmen, and reindeer. Melba lets you eat some of the dough. Has some herself. She pours out eggnog. She makes hot cocoa. It's warm and toasty in it's a big kitchen. Warm and toasty and just so much. Y'all having just so much fun. Yeah, there's a lot of sugar. You ate down your candy canes. You had cocoa before.
Mm-hmm.
And then Melba notices if y'all see a car. Everybody can make a spot hidden. Let's go that route too. Let's go to cookie. Yeah. You notice it first time. A car pulls up out front, and a man gets out, and you recognize your Uncle Wally, who you thought was still in Europe. What do you do?
Am I happy to see him?
Oh yeah, Uncle Wally's great. He's one of your younger uncles. He was in the Great War, and he goes back over to Europe every year for a few months as part of his business. He's very nice. He's young. He's closer to your age than a lot of your other aunts and uncles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll go see him.
Mid-20s. He's
Uncle Wally.
Melba comes to the window.
Oh, wait, I haven't seen this yet.
No. She's the first one to notice him. She goes to the window.
At the birds
She runs.
outside.
Yeah, you were.
There are no birds outside.
You're breaking your hot cocoa. Melba says, "It is Uncle Wally. He made it back in time for Christmas. So, oh my, he has a woman on his arm, and he escorts a Wally's single. Wally's always been single. He escorts a beautiful woman
Not anymore.
out of the car.
Maybe she's European.
Maybe. All right, you stay here. I've got a bad feeling about this." Is what Melba says, and then she heads out of the kitchen. What do y'all do?
I'll follow
I'm gonna follow her.
You're following her. She said, "Stay here."
Oh, is he?
She said, "Yes." She said, "Stay here. I've got a bad feeling about this," and then she left.
Wait,
the
you're just
kitchen.
gonna like walk after her?
You could. I mean, that's an option. I'm gonna say these cousins are not gonna do that, just to keep them kind of.
Yeah, I know.
I'll.
Oh, wait.
I didn't hear her say stay here, so I'm following her.